Welcome to this week's music class. My name is Josh Baesler, and we're going to be continuing our class from last week. We started diving into a bit about crooners and background on crooners and crooning and lounge singing as well. So we're going to continue some of that throughout today's class. We'll start off with Fly Me to the Moon. Fly me to the moon, and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. 'Cause you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly Me to the Moon. That is one of the most famous crooners of all, Frank Sinatra. This is another one by him. We'll start off with a handful of tunes, and then we'll get into a little bit more background on a few different artists. For those of you who haven't heard last week's class, we talked about Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and Dean Martin, and Louis Armstrong were the four artists that we covered. Obviously, we didn't cover all the scope of their songs and life, but we started diving into them. So this week we'll feature a few other different artists, also crooners and lounge singers. First, we'll do a couple more songs. This one goes back all the way to the 1920s. It's called Makin' Whoopee. Another bride, another groom, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. You get some shoes, a little rice. The groom is nervous, he answers twice. It's really thrilling that he's so willing for making whoopee. A picture a little love nest down where the roses cling. A picture that same old love nest, and see what a year will bring. You doing dishes and baby clothes. So ambitious, he even sows. Just don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee. Another bride and another groom, another sunny, funny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. You get some shoes, a little rice. The groom is nervous, oh, he answers twice. It's really thrilling that this cat's so willing for making whoopee. I said I picture a little love nest down where the roses cling. Picture that same old love nest and see what a year will bring. He's doing dishes, baby clothes. He's so ambitious, man, he even sews. Just don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee. Just don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee. Making whoopee, that one was a hit for Frank Sinatra. All right, the next song we've got is from Bobby Darin. He's one of the artists we will be talking a bit more in depth about today. And this is his hit from the 1950s, Splish Splash. Now, Bobby Darin was a crooner, although this one was tipping into, this is one of his latest hits. And it's dipping into a little bit more of that rock and roll. But he's definitely known as a crooner still. Splish splash, I was taking a bath along about a Saturday night. Rub-a-dub, relaxing in the tub, I just was thinking everything was alright. I stepped out of the tub, I put my feet on the floor, wrapped the towel around me, and I opened the door. And in a splish splash, I jumped back in the bath. I said, how was I to know there was a party going on? There was a splishing and a splashing, reeling with the feeling, moving with the grooving, rocking and rolling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Big bang, I saw the whole gang dancing on my living room rug. Flip flop, they were doing the bob. All the teens had the dancing bug. There was a lollipop with a Peggy Sue. Good golly, Miss Molly was even there too. Splish splash, I forgot about the bath, and I went up with my dancing shoes on, rolling and a strolling. I was reeling with the feeling, moving with the grooving, the splishing and the splashing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said a big bang, I saw the whole gang dancing on the rhythm rug. Oh, flip-flop, they was doing the bop, 'cause all the teens had that dancing bug. There was a lollipop with a Peggy Sue. Good golly, Miss Molly was even there too. Well, splish splash, I forgot about the bath. I went and put my dancing shoes on. Yes, I was splishing and a splashing. Yes, I was rolling and a strolling. Yeah, I was moving and a grooving. Yeah, I was reeling with a feeling. We was rolling and a strolling, moving and a grooving. Yeah, Splish Splash. Bobby Darin. Okay. I'll be doing a few other Bobby Darin songs up next here, but first we'll talk a little bit about Mr. Darin. Born in 1936, his real name was Walden Robert Casoto, quite different than Bobby Darin. He was a singer, a songwriter, and a multi-instrumentalist and actor in film and television. He started his career as a songwriter for Connie Francis. He had a single Splish Splash in 1958. And then Dream Lover, Mac the Knife, and Beyond the Sea. Well, I take that back. So Splish Splash wasn't one of his later singles. It was one of his early ones. That was more of a rock and roll one. And it seemed like with Mac the Knife and Dream Lover and Beyond the Sea is when he switched over a little bit more into the crooner style of singing. He won in 1962, he won a Golden Globe Award for his first film, Come September, co-starring his actress and wife, Sandra Dee. He was very successful at a fairly young age, and he thought about becoming politically active on his own right, but then did support the candidacy of Robert F. Kennedy. He was present at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles when Kennedy was assassinated, Bobby Kennedy. During that same year, he discovered that he had been raised by his grandmother and not his mother, and that the woman he thought was his sister was actually his mother. Those events deeply affected Darin, and he went into a long period of seclusion. Although he made a successful comeback in television in the early 70s, his health had begun deteriorating, which I guess was expected since he'd had many bouts of rheumatic fever as a child. The knowledge of this vulnerability that he had always spurred him on to use his musical talent while he was still young. But unfortunately, he passed away after a heart operation at the age of 37 in Los Angeles. And an interesting story about how he came up with his name. It was a takeout restaurant, a Chinese takeout restaurant that had Mandarin written on the front, Mandarin, but most of the time half the letters were not working, the M and the A, which left the letters Darin only on the sign. So he took the letters D-A-R-I-N as his last name when he started his musical career. All right, here are a couple songs. Bobby Darin, we're going to do Dream Lover next. Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way, a girl to hold in my arms and know the magic of her charms, because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Dream lover, where are you? Oh, with a love that's so, so true, and a hand that I can hold to feel you near when I grow old, because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Someday, I don't know how, I hope you hear my plea. Someday, I don't know how, she'll bring her love to me. Dream lover, until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do until your lover's dreams come true, because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. dream lover. Until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do until my lover's dreams come true. Because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. I want a dream lover. Ooh, yes, I want a dream lover. No, I don't want to dream alone. No, I don't want to dream alone. Dream lover, Mr. Bobby Darin. So next up, we'll do another Bobby Darin tune. This is Beyond the Sea, taken from the French song La Mer, which was called Just the Sea. And it was initially made famous in 1945 by Jack Lawrence. The music had been taken from La Mer, as I mentioned, by Charles Trenet, with the French lyric that means the sea. His French version was an homage, an ode to the changing moods of the sea, while Jack Lawrence just added beyond to the title and made it into a love song. Kind of changed the focus around on that one. Bobby Darin's version came out in early 1960 and reached number 6 on the US charts. So here we go, Beyond the Sea. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight into her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just like before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, yes, and we'll kiss just like before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing, so long sailing. Goodbye sailing, so long. Farewell. So long, Captain. Oh, no more sailing. Oh, no, no. No more sailing. I'm not getting on that ship. Not on a boat. Not on a cruiser. I'm not going in the ocean. No more sailing. Won't you take my tip if you ever plan to motor west? Take my highway, that's the best. No more sailing. Beyond the sea. Next up, we've got a very famous, a very famous Bobby Darin tune. This one's called Mac the Knife. Still quite popular today. Everyone seems to have heard this one. Interestingly enough, it's taken from a song that's composed by Kurt Weill and Bertolt Brecht in the 1928 musical drama The Threepenny Opera. So it is part of an opera. It's a song about a murderer. And Bobby Darin saw the opera and thought, hey, I'll do that big band crooner style and we'll have a hit. And lo and behold, he did. So here we have it, Mac the Knife. Oh, that sharp babe has such teeth, dear, and he shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old McHeath, babe, and he keeps it out of sight. You know, when that shark bites with his teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves wears old McHeath, babe, so there's never, ever a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, sunny morning, lies a body just oozing life. Someone sneaking round that corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down the river, don't you know? And the cement bag is a-drooping on down. Well, that cement, that's just for weight, dear. If I forget you 10, old Mac, he's back in town. Did you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out his hard-earned cash. Now McHeath spends just like a sailor. Could it be our boys doing something rash? No Jenny Diver, whoa, Suki Dordry, Miss Lottie Lanya, and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in town. Jenny Diver, Suki Dordry, look out, Miss Lottie Lanya, and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, Bay. Now that Mackey's back in town. Look out, old Mackie is back. Mac the Knife. Bobby Darin on that one. Okay, next we're going to learn a little bit about Tony Bennett. He's another one of those lounge crooner singers. He's been around for ages, it seems like. Born in 1926, and he's still singing. 93 years old. He was doing concerts up to at least a couple years ago. In 2017, I know he was still doing a concert. Let's see if he actually retired here. Oh, still going. His real name was Anthony Dominic Benedetto, better known as Tony Bennett. He's also painted, having created works under the name Anthony Benedetto that are displayed in several public institutions. And he is the founder of the Frank Sinatra School of the Arts in Astoria, Queens. He grew up in Astoria from an Italian-American family and began singing at an early age. He fought in the final stages of World War II as a U.S. infantryman in Europe. Afterward, he developed a singing technique and signed with Columbia Records. He had his first #1 popular song with Because of You in 1951, and several top hits such as Rags to Riches in 1953. He redefined his approach to encompass jazz singing after he did a lot of his early crooning and big band stuff, and reached artistic peak when he recorded his song, I Left My Heart in San Francisco. His career and life turned an expected downturn at the height of the rock and roll era, but he came back in the 80s and 90s, putting out gold records again and expanding his reach beyond the MTV generation. He remains popular and critically acclaimed. He's won 19 Grammys to date, including a Lifetime Achievement Award, 2 Emmys, and was named an NEA Jazz Master and a Kennedy Center honoree. He has sold over 50 million records worldwide. All right, so here we go. We're going to do I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Tony Bennett's signature song. The loveliness of Paris seems somehow sadly gay. The glory that was Rome is of another day. I've been terribly alone and forgotten in Manhattan. I'm going home to my city by the bay. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air. I don't care, my love waits there in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. There you have it. I left my heart in San Francisco. Tony Bennett's signature song. It's quite the doozy. Really got to bring your A game on that one. Okay, next up we've got another one of Tony Bennett's hits. This is called The Way You Look Tonight. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm, and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, and the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. That wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm, and won't you please arrange it, 'cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. The Way You Look Tonight, that one's been around for a while. Featured in the film Swing Time, written by Fred Astaire, or performed by Fred Astaire in that film, and it won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. It finished number 43 in the American Film Institute's top 100 film songs of all time. Also recorded by Sinatra, amongst many others. All right, next up we've got Lady is a Tramp. That is a show tune from 1937 by Rodgers and Hart. It was also a hit for Tony Bennett, and it is from the musical Babe in Arms. The song is a spoof of New York high society and its etiquette. I've had some people say through the years, isn't that an offensive song? And the whole point is that it's a tongue-in-cheek critique of people that were in high society who thought that women especially, but men could also apply in the same thing, who didn't follow all the societal rules were tramps, so to speak. So if they didn't live up to their standards, she got too hungry to have dinner at 8. She adored the theater, never came late. So here it is, Lady's a Tramp. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She likes the theater and never comes late. She never bothers with people she'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. And doesn't like crap games with barons or earls. Won't go to Harlem in ermine and pearls. Won't dish the dirt for the rest of those girls. That's why this lady is a tramp. She likes the free, fresh wind in her hair, life without care. She's broke, but it's okay. Hates California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why this lady is a tramp. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She loves the theater, but never comes late. She'd never bother with people she'd hate. That's why this lady is a tramp. She'll have no crap games with Sharpies or frauds. She won't go to Harlem with Lincolns or Fords. She won't dish the dirt with the rest of those broads. That's why this lady is a tramp. She likes the free, fresh wind in her hair, life without care. She's broke, but it's okay. Hates California, it's so cold and oh so down. That's why the lady, that's why the lady, that's why the lady is a tramp. The Lady is a Tramp. Tony Bennett. All right, moving along. Time for some crooner trivia. See how much you've remembered the past few weeks or how much you just know in general about crooners. Some of this has been material we've gone over this week or last week. Which crooner had the hit song with the tune I Love You for Sentimental Reasons in the late 1940s? Was it Tony Bennett, Pat Boone, Nat King Cole, or Sammy Davis Jr.? And the answer to that one is Nat King Cole. Number 2. Which great crooner had a major hit that became his signature song in 1953 with the song That's Amore? This one you don't get options, you just need to guess who it is. The answer to that one is Dean Martin. With the hits Dream Lover, Beyond the Sea, and Mac the Knife, who was this all-time singer? Was it Paul Anka, Bobby Darin, Perry Como, or Bobby Vinton? That one was, we talked about him earlier today, Bobby Darin. Wonderful, wonderful, it's not for me to say. Chances are, The 12th of Never and Misty were all gold records for this crooner from Texas. Who is he? Is it Vic Damone, Johnny Mathis, Mel Torme, or Ray Stevens? The answer to that one is Mel Torme. Well, excuse me, Johnny Mathis. Not Mel Torme, Johnny Mathis. All of the following are members of the Rat Pack except one. So I'm going to list off 4 people. One of them is not in the Rat Pack. Is it Peter Lawford, Dean Martin, Vic Damone, or Sammy Davis Jr.? If you answered Vic Damone, you are correct. All right, this is another one where we don't get any options. You just have to figure out the name of the performer. I was born in Chicago of Russian Jewish parents and became known as the Velvet Fog. I also co-wrote the classic Christmas song Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire with Bob Wells. Who am I? This is the one I mentioned in the previous question. It is Mel Torme. Mel Torme. This crooner owns his own musical theater, the Moon River Theater in Branson, Missouri. Need I say more? He is also known for Days of Wine and Roses, Can't Get Used to Losing You, and the popular Christmas song, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Who is he? Who is he? Who's this singer? This one we also don't get options on. It is Andy Williams. This crooner was one of the great Italian-American crooners. He starred as the singer Johnny Fontaine in the movie The Godfather. His first big hit was Here in My Heart, which spent 3 weeks at #1 in the U.S. Is this Al Martino, Frank Sinatra, Jerry Vale, or Mario Lanza? That one is Al Martino. Which crooner had a hit with the song Lady of Spain? Was it Eddie Fisher, Sergio Franchi, Frankie Lane, or Tony Bennett? This one is Eddie Fisher. Eddie Fisher. All right, final question. Because of You was this first singer's first #1 hit on the Billboard charts. Who was this singer who was All right, final question. Number 10. Because of You was this singer's first big hit back in 1951, #1 on the Billboard charts that year. Who is the singer who has had many more hits since then? Is it Bing Crosby, Julius LaRosa, Robert Goulet, or Tony Bennett? We talked about him earlier as well. It is Tony Bennett. Okay, we've got a couple more artists to talk about and a few more songs. We're going to dive briefly into some Bing Crosby here. This is Dream a Little Dream of Me, sung by many, but Bing had a hit with it as well. Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in a sycamore tree, dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me, just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me, while I'm alone and blue as I can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading and I linger, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till moonbeams find you. Sweet dreams, leave all your worries behind you. And in your dreams, whatever they may be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading and I linger, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams, leave all your worries behind you. And in your dreams, whatever they may be, dream a little dream of me. And in your dreams, whatever they may be, dream a little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me. That was a hit for Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby was born in 1903. His real name is Harry Lills Crosby Jr. He was the first multimedia star. He was a leader in record sales, radio ratings, motion picture grosses, all three of them combined from 1931 through 54. He made over 70 feature films and sold 1 billion records worldwide. Whew. On those records, he recorded over 1,600 different songs. He was one of the very early pioneers of the crooning style, which influenced all of the male singers that we pretty much talked about so far. Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Dean Martin. This is one of Bing Crosby's big hits. It's called Don't Fence Me In, released in the 1940s, late 1940s, written by Cole Porter. Here we go. Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in. Just turn me loose, let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I want to ride the ridge where the west commences, gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. I can't look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in. Yes, I say, just don't fence me in. Oh, pretty please, just don't fence me in. Don't fence me in, Bing Crosby. All right, next week we're going to talk a little bit more about Bing Crosby. He was such an influential crooning character, and we got a lot more songs of his to do, along with quite a few more Sinatra songs, amongst others we haven't covered yet. But we'll give you a little bit taste of one of the female crooners. We haven't talked about any of the female singers that were also considered crooners at that time. Doris Day is one of them, so we'll be talking more about her as the weeks go by. But first, we'll sing one of her songs to close things off today. This is her all-time hit, Que Sera, Sera. When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will there be rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their father, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. See you all next week. Take care.